Hi everybody, it's Margaret Manning here with 60andMe. Thanks for being here today. I hope that you're doing okay. I'm so happy to have you with me on this journey, and I'm so grateful for the friendship and the community that we have built here. I want to talk today though about gratitude in action. It's all very well to say that we care about the family, our abundance that we have in our lives, grateful for our good health, grateful for our house, for our home and environment. There's so many things that we have to be grateful for. And I know we forget it sometimes, but at this time of the year, we tend to bring it into focus. It's amplified. And we really do genuinely feel grateful for everything we have. And I think particularly this year, this Christmas, the first Christmas after the beginning of a year that changed all of our lives. And so I think that being grateful is a really powerful emotion, and good things happen when you feel grateful. It does something to your body chemistry. It makes you just feel calmer and at peace. I know I wake up every morning and the first thing I think of is I'm just grateful that I've woken up, that I have a life. I have that, precious gift of life. And I just, and that's the thing I'm primarily grateful for. And then I go through a sort of a list, a silent remembering of my family, my friends, my community, the people that empower my life, the people that sustain my life, the people that give so much. And so I think being grateful is a super powerful energy force that we can plug into. You can even go to the level of nature. I'm grateful for the seasons, for the trees, for plants, for food, just for the abundance that we have. And when you think about it, this particular pandemic and the lockdowns that have resulted have put us into situations that, where we can actually live reasonably comfortably. We've got hopefully a home and, a warm place to stay, food at some level. I know it's been hard, and I am not minimizing the challenges, but I just think we have a lot to be grateful for. And sometimes the people that have the least are the ones that are most grateful. I found that to be true, especially when I travel. But the thing out here is that taking gratitude and putting it into action is what we want to talk about today, and how we do that. Now, Kathleen Riehl is one of our bloggers, and she wrote a very personal and poignant story about this. And I wanted to kind of build on that conversation and, just share her story, because it's wonderful. And it's got to do with her own personal losses and how she bounced back from them. But active gratitude can take all kinds of forms. It can take a very simple thing. It can take sending someone an email, or sending them a card, or sending them you make a phone call or a text message. Just when it occurs to you. You don't have to plan it or prepare for it. Just send a note. And maybe someone is not feeling very well. You can send them a card. And maybe you can do something to volunteer at a hospital or a hospice, or somewhere where you can put that gratitude for your life and your good health and your goodness and abundance to someone that maybe hasn't been so fortunate. And there's so many things that happen in our lives that put us in positions we didn't expect. Financial things can happen, that put us into very delicate situations. We can have an accident or a disease or some problem with our health. We might even be challenged with this virus that's going around. And so I think that we've got, ways that we can justify feeling unhappy or ungrateful. But I think the more you can turn it around, the better. One thing that Kathleen talks about is, we can't do it all ourselves, right? So we have to look to the people in the nonprofits and the charity groups that are doing things selflessly, often without any benefit payment or, benefit to themselves. Just help them, support them, even a little bit. It's okay. You don't have to put thousands of dollars into it or pounds. You have to just do what you can. And expressing gratitude in that way helps you to it's like a ripple. Your gratitude goes out to someone, in a wider community. And I think that's really super powerful. So when you express your gratitude in tangible ways, it can be extremely personal, as Kathleen talks about. She talks about the death of her daughter. Even saying those words just makes me feel like I have goosebumps. I just cannot even imagine what that is like. And I know that many of you have dealt with loss at a very significant level. And so I'm grateful for me that has not been the case, touch wood. But for many of you, it has been. And Kathleen lost her daughter. In the article, she doesn't explain exactly what happened, but she did say that she and her husband just felt the need to continue their gratitude for their life and for the time that they had with her. And so they set up a scholarship in the college that she was going to, and they then got engaged and connected with the people who were given the scholarships. And just that wonderful feeling of how her life was rippling on and continuing into the future. And I think that's one of the things that when I'm thinking about active gratitude, I always think about how a small thing can maybe turn a direction in someone's life, just helping someone in a small way. But this idea of starting a scholarship for her and her husband was a really powerful way of continuing her presence. And they often, get thank you notes from the recipients of the scholarships, and it's just an amazingly powerful thing. She says that, one thing in her situation with gratitude was often we've got to be grateful despite. We've got to move on even in the darkness. And I think that shows a lot of bravery and a lot of courage. Have you had that happen to you? I would love if you feel comfortable leaving your comments here. Maybe you want to be just brief about what might have happened and how you have bounced back with a creative solution, or with the feeling of gratitude going beyond the sadness. So powerful. In fact, another situation with Kathleen, and this is why her story is so powerful. To lose her daughter is one thing, and then she lost her husband, and she wrote a book called Moving Forward on Your Own. And it's, again, about how you survive, how you show gratitude in a tangible way after you lose someone that you love and maybe have spent many, many years with. She also, as a result of that loss, started something called Camp Widow. And it's Camp Widow conferences that they hold them virtually now. But it's a way that she got together with women virtually who had lost husbands and partners. And that was her way. That was her way to show active gratitude for his life, for their relationship. So I think there's some truth to this. It's all very well for me to sit down in the morning and say, I'm grateful for my friends, I'm grateful for my house, I'm grateful for my food, but then to go and do something, in the face of something hard. I think that's really, really powerful. So another thing that she mentions, which I think is a very cool thing, which is to put just into your will a group or a charity group or an organization that will represent you, that will represent something about you that would carry on into the future. And she talks about volunteering or using this as like religious groups, children's causes, health-related causes. You can put your money into that. And in fact, I like it on Facebook when they when people are given the opportunity for their birthday to say, instead of giving me a birthday present, would you please support this thing that I believe in? So now I know that certain of my friends, for whatever reason, for their own personal suffering or their own personal situation, loss of a family member, they want you to support the Cancer Society or the Parkinson's organization or whatever it is. And then the association is giving them an active way to express their gratitude for whatever, surviving or working through this or dealing with it, and for you to make them feel good that you support them in that journey. Cultural groups, there's World Hunger Relief. I'm reading a few that Kathleen talks about. Homeless shelters, senior centers, senior services, humanitarian causes, climate change, whatever you feel passionately about. That's a way of showing your gratitude for the abundance that you have, even if it's in your mind limited or bounded, or some issues related to it not fully manifest, but you can do it. And that's a really great way to volunteer there, or if you can't volunteer virtually, to actually give them some of your money when you are in your will, or if you can afford it when you're still with us. And I just think it's really cool. I like the idea of active gratitude. It's like active meditation. Like when people say, oh, well, I meditate 3 times a day. And then I think, well, that's great. But do you then go into the world with that attitude of meditation, that meditative, accepting, compassionate, kind view of the world? And it's like sometimes you have this dual thing going on. But Meditation in Action is a book that I actually read years and years ago, and I follow it. And I just think my practice is my life. I don't meditate and then go out and live in the world. I meditate and then I live in the world. I act in the world. I do what I can. For me personally, well, this is it, guys. This is it. I do 60andMe. 60andMe is my gratitude, thing. I mean, I'm grateful for all the women in this community. I'm grateful for my ability to do these videos, to be able to talk to you and share the journey. And it's up and down, isn't it? I mean, we don't know what's ahead. I mean, if anything happened in 2020 to tell us, that we can't anticipate or plan ahead, that this was the year. So let's just go into the next year and into the next part of our life together with that gratitude in action mentality. So tell me what you do. I mean, there's actually, in Kathleen's article, she has a proverb, which I really like. It's by, how is a proverb from Nigeria? Give thanks for a little and you will find a lot. I think there's some truth in that. Be grateful for the small things and then go out and live them in your life, in the way you embrace the world. So again, thank you so much for being here. I would love to invite you to subscribe to our channel here if you haven't done that already, because it enables us to get to more people. That's as simple as that. YouTube just shows the video to more people, and we can then help more women in our group to live happy and grateful and just beautiful lives, happy lives. So please subscribe to the channel. And then also there's a notification bell. You can ring that, you press the bell next to the subscribe button, and then you'll be told whenever a new video is released. And I do about 4 a week. So you'll find them here on YouTube. And I really do appreciate your support and your help. Have a really wonderful day wherever you are. Know that you are loved. I'm very grateful for you, and I plan on taking that gratitude into the world today. So hope you can do the same. Okay, take good care, everybody. Have a wonderful day. Bye for now.